The tragic tale of Kofi, the handsome peasant and the river goddess. In the picturesque village of Nkwonta, Kofi, a young and handsome peasant, captured the attention of every young woman in the community. Despite his humble background, Kofi's charm, kindness, and striking good looks made him the object of affection for many. However, Kofi remained indifferent to their advances, focused on his work and caring for his elderly mother. Kofi spent his days working in the fields, his shirtless torso glistening in the sun, and his nights tending to his mother's needs. His humility and dedication earned him respect, but his heart remained close to love. In the village of Nkwonta, where beauty and desire intertwine, lived a young man named Kofi. Handsome and kind, Kofi was sought after by many, yet his heart remained untouched by the women who adored him. One evening, while Kofi was fetching water from the river, he encountered a mysterious and beautiful stranger. She introduced herself as Adina, and her presence immediately captivated Kofi. Unlike the other women in the village, Adina seemed different. There was an otherworldly aura about her. "Good evening, Kofi. I have heard much about you. Your kindness and hard work are known even beyond this village," said Adina. "Thank you, Adina. It is a pleasure to meet you. But how do you know my name?" Kofi responded. "Let's just say I have my ways," Adina replied, smiling enigmatically. Unbeknownst to Kofi, Adina was the river goddess in disguise, testing the sincerity of his heart. As they continued to meet by the river, a bond formed between them, and Kofi found himself falling for her. As their relationship deepened, Adina revealed a hidden path in the forest and invited Kofi to follow her. She led him to a secluded spot where a shimmering pool glowed under the moonlight. There, she unveiled her true identity as the river goddess. "Kofi, I am not an ordinary woman. I am Adina, the river goddess. I have chosen you for your pure heart and unwavering dedication. Accept my love, and I will grant you wealth beyond your wildest dreams." Stunned but enamored, Kofi accepted her offer. The next day, he awakened to find his humble hut transformed into a grand house, and his fields overflowing with crops. The villagers were astonished by his sudden fortune, and Kofi became the wealthiest man in Nkwonta. With his newfound wealth, Kofi became the center of attention. The young women who once sought his affection now vied for his favor more fervently. Despite the luxury surrounding him, Kofi remained devoted to Adina, meeting her secretly by the river each night. Kofi's life changed overnight, from a humble peasant to a wealthy landowner. Yet, his heart remained tethered to the river, where his true love awaited. However, as Kofi's wealth grew, so did his isolation. The villagers began to whisper about his sudden prosperity, attributing it to dark forces. Even his closest friends grew distant, fearing the unknown power behind his fortune. One evening, Kofi's elderly mother, sensing something amiss, warned him. "Kofi, my son, wealth is a fleeting shadow. Be wary of the source of your fortune. The spirits do not give without expecting something in return." Kofi dismissed her concerns, confident in his love for Adina and the promise she made. Yet, doubt began to creep into his mind. One fateful night, Kofi failed to meet Adina at the river, preoccupied with his growing responsibilities and the pressures of maintaining his wealth. Angered by his absence, Adina appeared before him in her true, terrifying form. "Kofi, you have forgotten the promise you made. Wealth comes at a price, and now you must pay." The river goddess cursed Kofi, stripping him of his fortune. His grand house crumbled, and his fields withered. The villagers, seeing his downfall, turned against him, believing him to be cursed. Kofi's life spiraled into misery. Shunned by the villagers and tormented by the loss of his wealth, he retreated into isolation. His health deteriorated, and his once handsome visage became gaunt and haggard. Desperation drove him to seek out Adina, hoping for redemption. Kofi's life, once filled with promise and wealth, crumbled into a tale of despair. The river goddess's curse left him a shadow of his former self. In a final act of defiance, Kofi confronted Odina at the river, begging for mercy. "Odina, please, lift this curse. I was a fool to take your gift without understanding the cost. You were given a choice, Kofi, and you chose poorly. The price of wealth is your soul's misery," Odina replied coldly. Despite his pleas, Odina remained unmoved. Kofi, realizing the futility of his efforts, returned to the village, a broken man. His mother, now frail and sick, was his only companion. As he tended to her, he found solace in her unwavering love. "True wealth, my son, is not found in riches but in the love and care we give to others," she said. Kofi's final days were spent in quiet reflection, tending to his mother and seeking forgiveness from those he wronged. Though his life ended in poverty, he found a measure of peace in knowing he had made. After Kofi's death, the villagers gathered to remember him. Despite his tragic end, they spoke of his kindness and the lessons learned from his life. The story of Kofi became a cautionary tale, passed down through generations, reminding all of the dangers of greed and the true value of love and integrity. And so, the tale of Kofi, the handsome peasant who sought fortune and found misery, became a legend in Nkwonta. His story, a testament to the perils of temptation, lives on, reminding all that true worth lies in the heart. As the sun set over the village, children gathered by the river, listening to elders recount the tragic tale of Kofi and the river goddess. The river flowed on, its waters whispering the ancient story to those who would listen. The story of Kofi is a powerful reminder of the consequences of our choices and the true meaning of wealth. It's a tale that resonates with themes of love, sacrifice, and the perils of greed. We invite you to reflect on Kofi's journey and share your thoughts in the comments below. Did Kofi deserve his fate? Could he have chosen differently? How do you interpret the river goddess's actions? If you enjoyed this story and would like to hear more captivating folktales like this one, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we upload new content. Your engagement helps us bring more amazing stories to life. Thank you for watching.